How's it going, everybody? So, today I want to talk about the Fellow Stagg kettle. I got this kettle as a Christmas gift last year, so I can officially give my 1-year review on this product. And I'm super excited to do it because it has treated me very well. There are a few things that are kind of showing its age, but the product itself has held up very, very well. Now, obviously, this shouldn't take too long because it's a kettle. How much can you talk about a kettle? Granted, I am super good at rambling, but I'm gonna try not to ramble too much. I'm gonna just kind of give you the benefits of getting this kettle, if it's worth the price, and whether it's right for you. So first off, this kettle was a dramatic shift. I didn't have a cheap electric kettle and switched to this one. I had one that you just kind of put on the stove, and it was cheap, and everything about it felt and looked cheap. And even the way that it aged, it was more prone to rusting, and it was getting kind of orangey at the bottom. It was just, overall, you knew this kettle is not great for the overall experience or the finished cup when it comes to just, its part to play in making coffee. So going from a $20 gooseneck kettle to a $160 gooseneck kettle definitely felt like a giant upgrade. There's a few things that obviously haven't changed when it comes to the Fellow Stagg experience. One is the flow rate. I don't feel like that's ever gonna change unless there's some sort of buildup on the inside of the spout. But honestly, I think that's just gonna kind of be how it is forever. Like, it's not gonna be one of those things that is most likely to go as time goes on. But the thing that I wasn't sure was gonna hold up that did was the fact that the interior isn't really discoloring or rusting or anything like that. It's still nice and clean in there, and that is a big, big deal because trying to get rust out of there would be really tough, and trying to keep it out would be really tough as well. It's got like maybe a scratch, a couple dings from, life happening over a year, but honestly, like, this thing is just built to last. It really feels like it is. I'd say the one component that feels less heavy duty is the knob, but it doesn't really need to be. It just needs to get you to the desired temperature that you want so that you can kind of just go there. But there is one thing that is aging, and it feels like it's aging, and that is the sensor, the thermometer basically, to kind of gauge out what the temperature of the water is. And it's kind of funny because it's the same thing that went with my gooseneck kettle that you just put on the stove. It had a little thermometer, but the thermometer stopped going past, I think it was 180 or 190, and it would just wiggle, and it wouldn't go to like 200 or whatever, so I just kind of had to like get it to boiling, then take it off. But with this one, it kind of gets lost as far as what the temperature is. It starts to kind of go, up a bunch and then down a little bit, then go into the middle, hang out, and then like as it gets further up, like, past 160, it starts to kind of wiggle a little bit and try to figure out exactly where it is. But so far, it's settled in the right place. It hasn't been an issue when it comes to getting to temperature or figuring out what temperature it should be at. The display is the major thing that's kind of just like been wigging out a little bit. And that's only been over the past like month or so. And it doesn't even happen every time. So it's kind of just one of those things that if there is something that feels like it's aging, it would definitely be that monitor that kind of shows you what the temperature is. And I don't know if that's an issue with the sensor, like the thermometer, or if it has to do with the monitor itself, but I don't know. Either way, it gets me to the temperature that I set, which is always a plus. So would I recommend this product to someone who's looking to upgrade their kettle? I would say absolutely, especially if you don't have an electric kettle that you can kind of gauge in exactly what you want for temperature. It is so worth it. It's amazing how different the experience is going from the analog to digital as far as the kettle goes. Now, I have a priority list of things that you should upgrade first, and to be honest, I would upgrade a grinder first if you have a cheap grinder and you're looking to upgrade. Like, if you got a cheap setup in general, the first thing you should upgrade, in my opinion, is your grinder. But the kettle, really, it's so nice, it's so smooth, it pours so well, and it's such a physical part of the experience where you're pouring the water and you're controlling the flow rate. And so to have that be a good feeling part of your morning ritual, in my opinion, it's really worth the cost. Now again, I can't compare this to other kettles because I've only owned one, but I would definitely say nothing but high praises in regards to this kettle. But let me know in the comments if there's other kettles that you like, that you've really had a great experience with, or if you've had different experiences with the Stagg. I would really be very interested in hearing those as well. But Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and whatever you're doing and wherever you are, I hope you're drinking excellent coffee, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.